It's only a day since the last system test I filmed, System Test 4, and it's already time for System Test 5.
When you're holding me.
I'd like to begin today with a disclaimer. This video has been a major learning curve for me in a multitude of ways, including the electrical requirements of this system now increasing as I add new devices to the system, and my editing skills as I am now trying out Adobe Premiere instead of Movie Studio because yesterday's video took literally 5 hours to render. A 720p HD video that was 14 minutes long. It was inexcusable, so I don't know how today's video is going to turn out, but bear with me while I learn a new editing suite. So to start off, you can see I have a new power supply running into the panel. This is due to one of my other new devices that arrived, and right now it is so poorly wired in. I'll make a more permanent solution later. However, the system now provides 15 volts DC at 530 milliamps rather than 12 volts DC at 500 milliamps. So there's a little more power for me to play with from the main system input for one of the devices I received today. The strobe would not flash at all on 12 volts DC with this system. However, switching to battery backup, which provides 18 volts DC total between the two 9-volt batteries, was enough to drive the strobe of this device. So, in testing it with 15 volts, it seems to work 50-50, but I will demonstrate that more in the following system test. So, with that said, it's time to go ahead and get into the new device. This is part 2 of 4 of the somewhat mini system tests that I'm doing, testing my brand new devices. Hopefully today I'm not going to be stupid and cover the phone's microphones. That sounded awful yesterday. I apologize for that. However, I digress. Let's begin the video. So again, I have mentioned the new power supply that so affectionately says printer on it, coming from an old HP LaserJet, or inkjet rather. Beginning here, unfortunately, the accursed ADT3403 Simplex T-Bar is back as, unbeknownst to me, the BG10 would not close anymore, so I'm going to have to figure out a screw solution for that. That said, we'll be using that station today. The keys are next to it, just clipped into the back box for now because I'm too lazy to carry them. And for the big surprise for today's new alarm, we have a Gentex Commander 1 with my Gentex Commander 3's screw cover badge. So this alarm was one of the 4 that I ordered off eBay. This is number 2 in the series of 4. The previous one was a Wheelock AS24 MCW. The particular model number of this device is a Gentex HS 241575WR, I believe. I'll have to reference back to the unboxing video. And right now I have it set to code 3, which it only has 2 coding options, code 3 and continuous. And it's a 1575 candela strobe, and there's no volume control whatsoever. I've removed the jumpers to allow for independent operation of the strobe and the horn. So it's going to be a very shrill, very loud system test. However, let's go ahead and pull it. Hopefully I'm not going to cover the microphone. And let's begin this really loud test. In 3, 2, 1. Acknowledge this. Now it appears that the code 3 pattern on this alarm is slower than most. The break between rounds is a little larger. Let's go ahead and silence. It seems like the break between the rounds of code 3 is a little longer than other alarms. I believe it should be 1.5 seconds if I recall the correct timing of code 3. Okay, so grabbing the ADT key. Note, once again, it is not a simplex B key, as I have stated in numerous videos. I'm sure I'll still get a comment regarding that. There we go. That is reset. I won't need those keys anymore, so let's go ahead and move over here. And let's just undo the silence. This is way too loud. 2 piezos is just too much at once. And let me go ahead and grab one of the Allen wrenches for this next test. I'm doing the other smoke detector, the one here in the closet, since I haven't tested that one. And yeah, we're just going to do it with this. So let's see if it works in 3, 2, 1. Yep. Appears to work just fine. And then this, to answer someone's question that I saw posed in the fire alarm Discord yesterday, no, this panel is not latching. Unfortunately, I don't have a second relay to do so, nor have I invested the time in making it a latching panel. The only part that latches is when a smoke detector goes off. Unfortunately, the heat detectors I own do not latch. But when a smoke detector goes off, I have to use this reset switch, which briefly interrupts the power going up to the initiating device circuit, including pull stations. So if I were to hold this down while pulling a pull station, it would go ahead and shut everything down. And as soon as I'd release it, it would go back into alarm. So that's how I break the latching circuit of the smoke detectors. And yeah, that's about it. As far as my future plans with this, I would like to make it latching. However, if it's not feasible, I'm not going to do it anytime soon. So we'll just see what the future brings, and maybe one day I'll finally have a latching panel. I've always had the infamous non-latching panel. So with that said, I apologize if the editing is weird at all, or if there are any other mistakes within the production of this video. However, bear with me. I'm learning. I'm working on this. And we'll see where this goes. So I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.